I was too old when Dora came out. I was already out of that stage of watching cartoons, but boy, did she have an impact on me. Even though I didn't watch it regularly, everybody knew who Dora was, especially in the Hispanic community, and everything that she represented for us on a mainstream television, to see this little girl speaking Spanish, and she was brown like us, and she was positive. It was just, I remember her very clearly, even though I didn't watch the TV show. I play Elena, Dora's mother, who is really close to Dora. I think her parents are her moral compass, and she really wants to embody, and she aspires to be like her parents. And we have filled her with positivity, and we've filled her with adventure. We filled her with curiosity. And what I love about this film is we are seeing the 16-year-old version of Dora, right about the age when she's blossoming into her own. And it's interesting to watch, because you go, as a parent, is she gonna take what we taught her with her? Or is she gonna become something totally different? Is she gonna shy away from where she came from? Is she gonna embrace it? And I think the movie really explores the theme of staying true to yourself. And that's something that my character specifically tells her before 16-year-old Dora goes off to the city for the first time, is just be yourself. And you'll find in life today, it's so hard for kids to be themselves with social media and the internet and peers and schools. You know, fitting in is survival. And luckily, our Dora has survival skills. When I first got the script, I first of all was like, iconic Dora the Explorer, the you know, biggest animated series ever is going to be a live action. Like, how are they going to do that? How are they make her real? And how do they make her relevant? And so reading the script, they did a really great job of seeing Dora as a 6-year-old, seeing her in the jungle with her cousin Diego, and feeling her environment. You know, I think the film really fills out the world way more than the animated series ever did, and making it into an adventure film where everybody's going to want to go on this journey with her. You're going to want to climb the rocks with her. You're going to want to find the poisonous frog, and you're going to want to jump over the ravine. And it's just, I think it's an adventure for the entire family, because it's not only a physical adventure through the jungles, it's an adventure in yourself, and not finding yourself, but being yourself. Parapata is a region hidden or lost in time in South America that Dora's parents have been trying to find for years. This has been their life's work, is to preserve this culture and this relic of a historical site. And once we get the opportunity to go and find Parapata, we realize as parents it's probably not the safest place for a child, so we send Dora to the city. Through a series of events, Dora ends up coming along for the ride with her parents, which of course is not the best scenario, and the adventure ensues. I can't even describe the perfect casting of Isabela in the role of Dora. First of all, she's South American, and she speaks perfect English and perfect Spanish, and she's very tied to her Latina roots, but she's also very American. And so she is Dora. Isabela is Dora. And every time she puts on that hair and those bangs, you feel like you could not have picked a better person to embody the spirit of who Dora is. Isabela herself is curious about life. Isabela is kind, and she's generous, and she's talented, and she's smart. She is everything that Dora was in the series, and so I can't even imagine anybody else playing this part. And it's very rare to find an actress so young that is experienced. She's a movie star. She's done some very big movies, and that's really important when you're doing a huge film like this, where everything is riding on this one character, and she shows up every day, and she's happy, and she knows her lines, and she's delivering, and her performance, and her emotion, and her excitement, and that's hard to do for a young actress, and she is doing it beautifully. They called me to do the part of Elena, and I said, well, who's my husband? I need to know this first. Who's my husband? And they said, well, we're out to Michael Peña. And I said, done, I'm in. I am in! I love Michael Peña so much. We've played husband and wife before, but we did it in a drama, which was very serious, and we didn't really get to have fun or joke around because the work was so dark and serious, and so this time around we've been really enjoying each other. We're having so much fun as Cole and Elena, being these research nerds and being these academic people, and we just get to improv a lot about what that feels to us. And it's also exciting to see these two successful Hispanic parents who, are not your stereotypical Latinos. So to play these roles and to be with Michael has just been an honor. It's been so fun to witness Eugenio's rise to stardom. We've known each other for years and years, and he's such a talent, and he's such a kind, generous person as well. So to be able to reunite with him on a film, he is such a character actor. He really morphs into these characters that you're going to root for him, and there's going to be some surprises and twists, and he really walks that line really, really well. I was so excited to work with James Bobin because I'm a fan of his movies. I loved Muppets. I loved Alice in Wonderland. And when they told me, about the movie and James was directing, and they said, here, we're going to set up a call with you both, and I was so nervous, and he was just so great and was so open to my ideas about who Elena was. And yet staying true to, the show, because she wasn't really explored on the TV show. And in this, film, we get to fully explore who her parents are and really fill them out in a not a two-dimensional way, in full flesh. And so to have those conversations with James was really important. Oh my gosh, when they built Dora's home, our home, that was my first day on set. It's the first scene of the movie, and walking in there and seeing the production design, the artifacts in the house, the knickknacks, the color palette, the architecture. It was Dora. It was her parents. It was just the way they captured this family in a set was remarkable to me, especially because you don't get a lot of information from the animated series, and so to surround yourself with this team of unbelievable creatives is really exciting, and I think the audience is gonna be excited to see it. It's also exciting because a lot of these ideas are never fleshed out in the animated series, and so to bring them to life for the first time is really, really exciting. Being a Hispanic, Dora was very important to us in our community. But in this film, we're speaking Spanglish. We go from English to Spanish without explaining it, without hitting you over the head with, this is a Hispanic family. It's just a family that deals with all the themes that families deal with. They're going to deal with raising a child. They're going to deal with misbehaving. They're going to deal with curiosity of a teenager. They're dealing with balancing work and balancing childhood and balancing. It's everything that every parent deals with. And so that's the beauty of this film is this family is beautifully Hispanic.
Hey, it's Lisa. Now, the Emmys are pretty much the Oscars for television. Winning an Emmy is the biggest award an actor can win for their work on the small screen. Here are the top 3 winners. At number 3, Mary Tyler Moore with 7 wins and 15 nominations. At number 2, Cloris Leachman with 8 wins and 22 nominations. And coming in at number 1 is Julia Louis-Dreyfus with 11 wins and 24 nominations. Now, do you like my t-shirt? You can get one for yourself and a link in the description.